And there we go. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Tuesday, everybody. We'll get started here. Just finding yourself in your seat, taking a minute to move around and get nice and comfortable. And just wiggling, thinking about sitting tall through your spine and just letting your shoulders relax a little bit, dropping them down away from your ears and lifting your crown of your head up towards the ceiling. And just as we begin our practice, let's start with 3 rounds of breath, breathing in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhale, filling up. Exhale, releasing. One more time, deep inhale. Full exhale. And just letting your breath pattern come to a normal, soft inhale, soft exhale, trying to make your inhale the same length as your exhale. Just feeling it flowing in and flowing back out. Today I have a card from the Soulflower deck that I've used before, and the card that I picked for today is lavender, and its word that goes along with it is restoration. Lavender. I was at Trader Joe's yesterday and I saw big bundles of lavender, and I just walked by and it was just the wafting of the scent of it was really lovely. It says lavender is restorative and purifying energy. The aroma calms and uplifts your mind and body, easing feelings of stress and agitation from your earthly distractions and rejuvenating. Hold on one sec. Here comes Jill. Rejuvenating your soul so that you can truly feel and radiate inner peace and harmony. So that is lavender. And I was going to read a little bit more from the book that comes with it, because I kind of liked what it was saying in regards to lavender. Also, I have my little lavender candle lit over there so that we can go along with the theme of lavender. It says in this book, energy, like the seasons, is cyclical. Mother Nature shows us through her direct example that without periods of rest and renewal, without winter, we would be living in a perpetual summer, which of course is not sustainable. So why do we think that perpetual busyness, constant productivity, action, and doing is sustainable for us? We are living in a world that is suffering as a whole from chronic fatigue and stress. We're burning our candles at both ends and then wondering why we get sick and tired and why we have no energy. Even when we are resting, our minds are active. Even when we are resting, our minds are active, planning, rehashing, worrying, and stressing. It is no wonder that aromatic lavender is one of the most common and most prevalent fragrances on the market. She knows what we need. And for an affirmation that goes along with it is, I allow waves of peace and deep relaxation to wash over me. So that is our message today from lavender. Trying to find a little more peace and deep relaxation. So as you're sitting in your seat, just take a moment. Maybe have your hands on your knees, straightening your spine, and just leaning back a little bit with a nice tall lifted spine, straight arms, crown of the head is reaching up towards the ceiling, sitting very tall. And then what we're going to do is round the back, pull it towards the wall behind you, bring your chin towards your chest, pull your belly in, and just curl everything back behind you with your arms nice and long. And now on the inhale, let's straighten it back up, lift the chin all the way up to the ceiling, and then exhale, release, and bring it back. Inhale, lift, bring it up. Exhale, release, and draw backwards. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale back. And then let's just start speeding this up a little. So lifting up and pulling back, lifting up and pulling back. Bring it up and back. Bring it up and back. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And then back to neutral position. Bring those shoulders up to your ears and then release them down. Inhale, lift, draw them up. Exhale, bring them back down. Inhale and exhale. One more time. Bring them up and release back behind you. Let's bring our hands up overhead, taking one hand, grab the other wrist, and take a nice side stretch over, turn and look up towards the ceiling. And breathing here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back to center. And now grab your other wrist and then stretch open the other side. Nice long side body. Eyes gently turn and look up. Breathing here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Bring it back to center. Let's bring those arms way back behind you. Try to bring your fingertips towards one another and drop your chin down towards your chest. And just squeeze your shoulder blades here. Just squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then slowly release. Bring them around front. Cross, stack those elbows, hang on to your shoulders with your hands. And then we're going to lift those elbows up. And exhale, drop them down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, bring them down. One more time, lift them up. Exhale, take them down. And then coming back to neutral position, we're going to open the arms, just bring them wide, and then we're going to cross them the other way. Grab hold of your shoulders again, stack your elbows. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale, lift and exhale, release. Back to neutral spot. Open those arms and let them come down to your side. All right, let's head on over to the mat. We'll start in tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spreading out your fingers, having the tops of the feet on the floor here. Let's do some cat-cows, similar to what we were just doing in seated position. So round your back up and then let your belly drop. Raise your eyes, look up. Round it up and release. Round it up and release. Round it up and release. One more time, up and down. And now sitting back towards your heels, spread your hands forward in front, letting them sink down towards the mat. Let your head drop towards the floor and just holding it here, taking a breath or two, stretching those arms out. Spread out your fingers nice and wide, breathing, and then slowly slide the hands back up towards your knees. And we're just going to walk over towards the right here and then drop back down. Let your head release. Drop your hands. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, coming back up. Bring it over to the other side and then slide those hands back out. Release your head and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back up. Let's slide those hands forward, coming back up into tabletop position. Let's curl the toes under behind us. Have the heels lifted. Press into your hands and feet and roll it up to a downward facing dog. And just start walking your feet out, pedaling your heels up and down, back and forth a few times. Stretching it out, and then let your hands walk towards your feet and find yourself in a standing forward fold position. Let your head drop down, let your arms hang down, just releasing. You can walk around to the right, take a little twist, just holding it there, taking a breath, and then back to center, over to the other side. Back to center, take it to the right. Back to center, take it to the left. And then back to center, hold it here. Draw a line up your body, coming up lower back, middle back, shoulders, and head coming up last. So we're standing at the back of the mat in Tadasana. Just walking out your feet a little bit. Notice how your feet are connecting to the floor and then coming into stillness. Let's rock back and forth a little bit, coming heel to toes, finding your balance on the floor, and then just letting everything be completely still and weight spread out evenly across the whole base of your foot. Hands are on your hips. And now slowly just roll it down about halfway, making a sort of a upside down L shape with your body. And then inhale, bring it all the way back up. Exhale down, right angle. Inhale, lift, and bring it back up. Exhale down and up. Good. And then bring your hands together at your heart center. Feet are planted, and exhale, let the hands drop. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, take it back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold it down. Slide your hands up to just below your knees. Flat back, lift and look up. Exhale, release and fold. Spread the arms, bring it all the way up and over, and hands come back to your heart. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale back, inhale lift. Exhale fold, hands to shins lift. Exhale release. Spread the arms all the way up and over, and hands back to your heart. One more round. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale back, inhale lift. Exhale, fold, hands to shins, lift. Exhale, bring it down. Now walk your hands out, coming into a plank position. Just taking a minute here to lengthen your body. Hands are under your shoulders, you're on your toes, pushing out through your heels, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop your knees, bend your elbows, lower all the way down, and then slowly lift cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Good. Press into your feet and hands and bring it all the way back up to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Look towards your hands. Bring your left foot forward. Plant the back foot and come all the way up. Legs are straight, front toes pointing forward. Your hands are on your hips. And then let's come up and down until we settle into the lunge. Back foot is planted. And now let your arms come up overhead, finding warrior one pose. Breathing here. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Arms come down, shoulder height. Left arm forward, right arm back, warrior two. Sinking down a little deeper if you can, reaching those arms wide, looking off your front fingertips, breathing. Now bend your left elbow, bring it to your knee, and we're going to take that right arm and just start doing some big full circles, dropping it down and lifting it up, dropping it down and lifting it up. Now see if your eyes can find your moving fingertips and start following your hand, making that circle and letting your eyes come along with it. One more time, big circle, and then drop that hand down to the floor, reverse the direction, take it the other way. Don't follow it quite yet, just get into the pattern of your arm. And then when you're ready, find your fingers and let your eyes follow. Nice big circles, breathing. Good. And then drop that hand down. Let your right hand come down, then your left hand finding a lunge. Bring your left foot back into plank. Drop your knees. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push and lift. Bring it up to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Now look towards your hands. Bring your left foot forward. Plant the back, other foot, right foot forward. And come up. Taking a minute, finding your balance here, getting everything lined up, dropping down into your lunge. Front toes are forward, arms up overhead, and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Arms down, shoulder height. Right arm forward, left arm back. Nice wide arms, sinking deeply into your lunge, looking off your front fingertips, breathing. Nice. Now bend your right elbow, drop it to the knee, and then you can start making circles with that left arm, coming forward and back. Just getting into the pattern with your arm and then letting your eyes find your fingers and following along as that arm comes back, up, forward, and down. Let's do one more like this. And then when your hand is down, just pause it there for a minute. We're going to reverse the direction, bring it forward, back, down, and around. And just getting into the groove. And when you're ready, let your eyes follow along. Breathing. One more time. And then drop that hand down. Bring your left hand down. Bring your right hand down. Take that right foot back. Drop your knees. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Push and lift. Rise up to downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. And now look towards your hands. Bring your left foot forward and then the right. Exhale, fold. Spread the arms. Inhale all the way up. And hands come back. to your heart. And just take a minute to shake out your hands, shake out your legs, coming into a standing pose. We'll start with doing tree pose here. So just taking a minute to get settled into your feet and finding a focal point straight in front of you where you can focus your eyes on something that's not moving. Shift your weight over to your right foot and then see if you can bring that left foot up to your calf, or maybe you can bring it all the way up to your inner leg, your upper inner leg, if your pants aren't too slippery. And then you can bring your hands together at your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, open. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hands together. Back down to your heart. And then release that leg out and bring her back down and just walk it out a little bit. Nice work. And now find your stance again. Get steady on your feet. Shift weight over to the left foot. Find your focal point. You can bring your hands to your hips if that helps. And then slowly begin to raise that right leg to your lower part of your leg or all the way up. See which feels right today. Hands to heart. Inhale, lift. And exhale, open. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Hands together. Back down. And then release your foot down. My left side and right side were definitely not balanced today. Just walk it out a little. And then let's take a wide stance on your mat. Have your feet pointing diagonally out a little bit, and then hands on your hips. And we're just going to drop down and lift back up. Drop it down, lift it up. Drop it down, lift it up. And now let's hold it down here. Slide your hands out to your knees, just hanging on here. And now we're going to drop right shoulder down and look left. Come back up. Left shoulder down and up. Take it down right. Take it down left. Take it down right. Take it down left. And now take it down to the right and just hold it here. Drop your tailbone down, twisting around, looking to the left, breathing. And then lift back up. Take the other side down. Drop your tailbone. Look to the right and hold. And lift back up. Straighten those legs. You can just shake them out a little bit. Shake your hands. And then let's come into a 5-pointed star. Turn those palms up and down. Palms up and down. Palms up and down. Turn your left foot out and your right foot in, looking over at your left hand. And then we're just going to move the upper body, hinging at the hips, back and forth, moving at your waist here. Just loosening up the waist and hip area. And then we're going to reach it forward, drop that left hand down, bring the right hand up. Legs are straight, arms are stacked, one on top of the other. See if you can pull that top arm a little further back towards the wall behind you, opening your front side. If you can slowly turn your eyes to look up and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it all the way back up. Bring those feet forward. We're going to bend the elbows. Keep your hands high. Keep your elbows up about shoulder height. And then we're going to drop it down. Bring those hands together and release. Bring them in and out. Bring them in and out. Straighten those legs, straighten the arms. And now we'll come back to our 5-pointed star. Turn that right foot out, left foot in, looking over towards your right fingers. Just begin to move at the waist, back and forth, reaching it out. Breathing as you do this. And now reach it forward. Drop that right hand down. Bring that left hand up. Legs long, torso's extended. Your head's an extension of your spine here, so don't let it droop down like an apple. Have it be in line with your spine. And if you can, slowly turn those eyes, looking up towards that upper arm. Breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. Bring it all the way back up. Turn those feet forward again, bending your elbows, lifting them up, and come down into your squat again. We're going to drop our hands and chin and then lift back up. Take it down, lift it up. Take it down, lift it up. Take it down, lift it up. Take it down and up. One more time, down and up. Straighten the arms, straighten the legs, and just let everything soften. You can sway your arms and legs a little bit back and forth. If you want, you can even add a little twist to it, looking around the corner as you come to each side, and just letting out some breaths of air. And then slowing it back down again. Coming into stillness. Heel toe your feet together, bringing them back into a standing position. And now we're going to take, excuse me, our legs and have them be wide. I'm sort of straddling my mat, but do whatever you need to do to see me and all that good stuff. And then drop your hands down. You want to have your back be extended, your legs are wide and straight, and your feet are planted on the floor. And now we're going to raise that right arm up towards the ceiling, and then you're going to dive it down, reach it over, see if you can touch your left foot. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. And just keep this movement going back and forth. Create a little bit of fluid movement. You can kind of let your hand, imagine that it's pushing through water, just coming all the way up and dropping back down, all the way up and dropping back down, all the way up. Hold it here, breathing. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Drop that hand down. Place it right next to the other hand. This time, right hand is going to stay down. And then left hand lifts. And you reach it over and try to touch your right foot. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale and exhale. And just let the arm flow back and forth as you twist, lifting up. And then again, as you twist, reaching down and over. Up and over. Up and over. This time, hold it up. Breathing. Inhale 1. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale. Inhale 3. Exhale. Release. Drop that hand back down. Get steady on your feet. Bring your hands to your hips and then slowly roll it back up to standing. And we're going to step our feet together, coming back onto the mat and just walking it out a little bit. Get yourself positioned so that you're over on the right side or the left side of your mat. Your right foot is on the mat and your left foot is outside. And then take a short step forward with that left foot as if you're walking on a tightrope. And now turn your toes out, sort of like penguin toes, I like to call them. And that gives you a little bit of stability, but your heel is still in line with the edge of your mat. And now bring your hands back behind you. Just interlace your fingers today, keeping it simple. Draw those shoulder blades together, and then just pointing your fingers down towards the floor. Inhale, lift your chest, raise your eyes, look up. And now on the exhale, we're going to slowly bring it forward, letting your upper body come forward. And as you drop down, the arms gradually go up, coming into pyramid pose. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Slowly bring it back up. And just release that foot, release your hands. Let's take those arms out to the side and just do some little circles with the arms. Moving from your shoulders here, just little circles, little circles. Now reverse the circle other way. Breathing. We have one more side to go. So relax your arms down. Come over to the right side of your mat. Left foot stays on the mat. Right foot on the outside. Short step forward. Turn those toes out for balance. Swing your hands back around. Interlace those fingers. And then slowly drop the hands towards the floor. Lift the eyes, look up. And exhale, begin to fold. So you're taking your time, just slowly working your way down, letting your head drop as your arms come up. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back up. Release your feet. Release your hands. Bring your arms out to the side. This time we're going to do medium-sized circles, just moving from the arms here, just swinging those arms around at a pretty good clip. Keep them moving. And now reverse it other way, medium size other way. Good, and then let those hands come down and just shake it out. All right, let's come down onto the floor into a seated position. We'll start with our legs out in front of us, extending your legs long. Have your hands at your side and just wiggle back and forth a couple times. And then coming into stillness, straighten your legs, straighten your back, flex your feet, spread out your toes, and then let those arms come up overhead and exhale, hinge and fold it forward. So you're grabbing onto whatever you can with your hands. And then we're slowly going to let our nose drop down towards our knees. Breathing. Just let gravity do its work here. You may get to a spot and feel like, okay, that's it. But then you'll notice as you take a couple breaths and just let things soften, you might be able to drop down just a little bit further. Try one more time. Inhale, lift up slightly, and exhale, bring it all the way down. Good, and then slowly lift. Coming back up to seated position. Take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and your left hand behind you. Both feet are flexed. Twist and look around to your left, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back to center. And now left hand to the outside of your right leg, right hand behind you, and twist and breathe. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Bring it back to center. And now bend your left leg, bring it in towards you. And you can either place your hands underneath, wrapped around the bottom of your foot, or you can grab hold of your ankle or your shin with your hands. See whichever one feels right. And then we're going to lean back and straighten up that leg. Both legs are straight, both feet are flexed. And now bend your elbows and bring that left leg in a little further, holding, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale, inhale 2, exhale, inhale 3, exhale, release. Drop that foot down, just shake it out a little bit. And now we'll come over to the other side. So again, decide if you want to hold the bottom of your foot or your ankle or your shin. And then as you're ready, straighten that leg up, straighten the arms, flexing both feet. And when you're ready, bend those elbows and bring your nose towards your knee. Breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Drop that leg down, straighten it out, and shake it out a little bit. All right, let's open up the legs wide into a V shape, and you're going to have your hands in the middle, so both feet are flexed. Just wiggle a little bit side to side, and then come back to center, flexing the feet, and now walking your hands forward and front. See where you can get to with your hands, and then let your head drop, still keeping the legs really active here with the toes spread out and the feet flexed. And now walk those hands a little further, drop it down a little deeper, and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Walk it back up, coming back up to seated position. And now you're going to sort of reorient yourself over to the right. So just twisting at the waist a little bit so that you're lined up with that right leg. And now cross right hand over left, place it on your leg and slide it down that leg and let your nose drop towards your knee. Breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Bring it all the way back up, coming back to center for just a minute. And then we're going to shift over to the left leg. So again, just twisting over a little bit to reorient in that direction. And now left hand goes over right, drop it down, slide it down your leg, grabbing hold of whatever you can get, and let your nose drop towards your knee. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back up, come back to center, taking it nice, tall spine, legs long and flexed. And now this time we're going to slide that right hand down along the inside of your right leg. And then see if you can get that elbow down and grab hold of your big toe. If this is not available to you, you can just grab hold of your ankle. Okay, so see if you can get there. And then we're going to drop it down, drop your head down, and we're going to reach that left arm up overhead. And then see if you can bring it up and over and make contact with your other hand, having this awesome, nice side stretch through your left side. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Left arm comes up, slowly release, come back up to seated position. You can just wiggle a little bit back and forth here. And then we'll take the other side. So this time the left hand is along the inside of your left leg. Drop that elbow, grab that toe. And again, if that's not available to you, just grab your ankle. Okay. All right, get into position and then let your head drop. Reach that right arm up overhead and then bring it up and around as far as you can. Both feet are flexed. Eyes are looking up, and breathe. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Arm comes up. Slide all the way back up to seated position, flexing both feet, lengthen those legs. One last time, we're going to go down in the center, one final movement, and then walk those hands forward, again, reaching them out. See if you can go any further than when we started here, and then let your head release down, breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Slide it back up. Bend that left leg. Bring your foot into the inside of your right leg. And now arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge and fold it forward, nose to knee. Breathing. Good. And then bring it back up. Straighten out the left leg. Bring the right leg in. You can place your foot to the inside of your left leg. And then arms up. And exhale, fold. Dropping it down. Breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bring it back up. Straighten out those legs. So you're going to have your legs straight in front of you. And I want you to take your left leg and bring it in, and then bend your right leg and see if you can tuck that around back behind you. And then we're going to walk our hands forward in front. Just take a little forward fold here. Let your head drop down. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Walk it back up. And now walk your hands over to the outside of your left leg. I have my fingertips on the floor here, straightening the spine and just twisting and looking around to the left. Holding it here, breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Bring it back to center. Straighten out your legs. Just shake them out for a bit. A little break. And now we'll do the other side. So the right leg comes in front of you. And then you're going to bend your left knee and slide your heel back towards your tailbone. And then walk those hands forward in front, reaching them out. Drop it down and fold. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Bring it back up. And now hands over to the outside of the right leg, fingertips on the floor, straightening up your spine as much as you can, and then twisting to the right. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Uncross those legs, bring them out in front of you, just shaking them out. So position yourself about in the middle of your mat and have your hands by your side, straightening up your back nice and long. And let's just point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And then release your hands and bring them up overhead, pointing your hands up, your palms up towards the ceiling. And then we're going to slowly roll back about halfway. Nice strong abs here. And then inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, take it down about halfway. Inhale, lift and bring it up. Take it back and lift. Nice strong abs. Breathing. Back and forth, back and forth. Now let's take it back. We're going to hold it here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it all the way back up. Feet are still flexed, legs are long. And then we're going to slowly roll it down, one vertebrae at a time, coming down lower back, middle back, shoulders, and head coming down last. Let's bring both knees in towards us and just gently rock side to side. Taking some deep breaths. And then straighten out your arms, still holding onto your knees. So one hand on one knee, one on the other. Knees are separated. And then we're going to do some big circles. Pull the knees in and then push them out in a circular motion. And as you do this, visualize your lower back. So it's like you're doing a big circle around the whole part of your lower back here. And then the next time your knees are in, pause them there. And now we're going to take them other direction. Big circle the other way on that lower back. One more time around. And then hug those knees in and release them down onto the floor. Have your palms face down on the floor by your hips. And you're going to push into your feet and roll up to your shoulders, lifting the hips. And then exhale, drop back down. Inhale, lift, push up. Exhale, drop back down. And now this time, inhale, lift, hold it. Walk those shoulder blades together underneath you as we get ready for bridge pose. You're going to interlace your hands underneath you, squeezing your shoulder blades together, and you're pressing into your feet to lift those hips as high as you can. Your chin is on your chest. You can walk your feet a little closer together, and you're pressing into your feet to still lift the hips as high as you can. And we're going to hold it here for 3. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. So slowly unclasp your hands, unwind your shoulders, and then upper back, middle back, hips come down to the ground. Straighten out your left leg and bring your right knee in towards you. And we're just going to rock side to side with that knee, just gently letting your leg massage your internal organs here. Breathing. And then straighten out that right leg. And we're going to slide our hands up the leg, keeping it straight. Foot is flexed. And then bring your nose towards your knee. Holding it here, breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Let your head drop down. Bring that right leg all the way back down to the floor. And then we're going to cup our hands over the left knee, bringing it in and just letting that leg rock side to side, massaging your belly and your internal organs, getting the blood flowing in there, taking some breaths, and then bringing that knee to stillness. Straighten that leg up, slide your hands all the way up the leg, lift your head up off the floor, flex your foot, and now bend those elbows, bring your nose in towards your knee. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Let your head go. Drop that left leg gently back down onto the floor and just windshield wiper your feet, your toes back and forth. Just creating a little bit of motion down there, releasing. And then we're going to bend both knees and bring them in and spread out your arms wide in a T shape. And now both knees over to the right and turn and look towards your left hand for a laying spinal twist. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Come back to center. Take a minute to just wiggle around a little bit and then coming into stillness with your knees tucked in. And now we're going to drop both knees over to the left and turn your eyes and turn and look right. Breathing. Inhale 1, exhale. Inhale 2, exhale. Inhale 3, exhale, release. Bring it back to center and just tap your feet back down onto the ground. We're going to straighten out our legs. Slide your hands down alongside your body. If you want to cover up or put on socks or a jacket or anything to feel cozy, feel free to do that. And then we're just going to take a minute to wiggle out, shake your legs, shake your shoulders a little, wiggle your belly, wiggle your hips, maybe turn your head side to side a couple times, and then bringing yourself into stillness. Let's take a last full deep breath in. And then exhale, completely let it go. And then just let your breath come back to its normal soft inhale, soft exhale. Let your eyes softly close. And try to keep your focus on your breath. Watching the inhale, watching the exhale. I allow waves of peace and deep relaxation to wash over me. On your next inhale, breathe in a little deeper. Exhale, release. Make some movements with your toes and your fingers. Start to feel your body again. And then as you're ready, bring your knees in towards your chest, curling up, rolling over onto your side. Take a couple breaths there. And then beginning to bring yourself back up to seated position. Let's bring our hands together at our heart center. Just taking a moment to acknowledge your yoga practice today. You made it onto the mat. Noticing the peaceful and relaxed feeling that you have right now. Bring that with you out into your day. My wish for you is health in your body, peace in your mind, and love in your heart. Namaste.